I need you to understand you are only as good as your last game. I don't know why guys like to bring up things they have accomplished 5, 10, maybe even 15 years ago. Bro, what have you done recently? Nobody cares. Nobody has enough memory to think all the way back to something you did 5 years ago. You should be working on things now and you should be accomplishing goals that are more recent. You have to have something that you are currently working on. And even if you haven't hit that goal already, at least you're taking strides to do that. Can you imagine just sitting there and being proud of something you've done 15 years ago and haven't worked on anything since? You're trying to tell me there's not one project, not one business that you wanted to start in the last few years of your life? If your answer is no, what have you been doing? I'm so serious. What have you been doing? Have you just been sitting down, relaxing, and reaping the rewards of something you've done previously? But you guys don't understand that there's a possibility that the work you've done for maybe 5 years ago, it gets replaced by someone else's work. Think about painters, for example. Painters in the 1400s, they would make a masterpiece of art, and it would be adored by pretty much everybody in society. But the thing is, somebody else wanted that spotlight. Somebody else wanted that attention and fame on them. So what did they do? They made their own piece of art. And since it's new, it's recent, it's now fresh in everybody's mind, everyone's looking towards that piece of art. They don't care about the previous artings. They don't care about the previous artist's painting anymore. And you have to kind of implement that mindset into your life. You can't just have one good idea, one good business, and then stop working on it or take your foot off your pedal. I want you to create multiple best-selling books, multiple businesses. Whatever you're good at, whatever you are known for doing, you have to have multiple versions of that. Unless you want to have one business for the rest of your life and you just want to continue to improve that, that also counts. And then that's also something that's really beneficial, because then you get so experienced in one field that you become basically a master of the craft. And it's going to be hard for anybody to take your spot or for anybody to really disrupt you in your industry just because you spent so much time on it. I know that's not that common anymore, but a lot of successful people really did wish that they stuck with their first idea, their first business, and just ran with that forever. Because they understand now that every time you go into a new industry, every time you start a new business, it's going to be a challenge and you're having to learn something new for the first time. Obviously, you're going to have the experience from your first business or your prior businesses that you can put towards what you're starting now, but it might be best off for you to find something that you truly enjoy doing or that you're truly really good at off the bat. Because if you keep putting more time to this and more research, you're only going to get better in this field. And you're already so far ahead of the crowd that even if people try to work harder than you, and maybe they do spend more hours, you're naturally out-talent them. So you may not have to spend as much time on it as they do. And you will honestly not really face too much competition down the road. I currently want to start a business, but I understand that I don't have the resources right now to start it. I need to continue to expand my YouTube channel. I need to continue to understand that I have to keep going. I have to appeal to more people. I need to grow my audience. But there are things I've done in my life that are noteworthy. Like, I have gone to college. I mean, I'm not completely done with it, but I'm in college now. What if that was the only thing that I was working towards, was just getting this college degree and then that's it? Not looking at other opportunities that I could succeed in, not focusing on the future me 5 years from now wanting a super nice car, super nice piece of property. School wouldn't have given me enough time to work long enough to have that money. So if I start a business while I'm in college, or if I start a business a year or two off of employment, then I might be able to have enough money and might have enough saved to actually go and buy those things. Or at least I'll just have the money to spend freely. But it's just the mindset that I have of, okay, doing one thing and then being proud about it isn't good enough. It's good to celebrate in the moment, Like when I first entered college, my parents were happy for me, and my friends were happy for me for going to a good university. But you still have to go further into success than that. That wasn't my end level of success. I wasn't just, okay, I got into college, so now that's it. It's me understanding, okay, this is step one. This is me learning how to do something, getting a skill, getting a job, saving up my money to start a business or to invest in something. You see how my mind is constantly thinking for the next thing I want to do, and I'm not so happy or satisfied. Satisfied is probably the better word, with just being in one spot and being complacent. Because if I was, and I wasn't at least thinking about the next step I want to take, someone might take that step before me, and then before I know it, I can't start that business anymore because there's already competition in the market, and that's not necessarily the best idea to go into a market with super high competition. So as long as you are not just being complacent with whatever accomplishment you've achieved a few years ago, a week ago, 2 weeks, as long as it's in the past, it's good that you celebrated it, but now it's time to look for the next level, the next height you want to climb, and that's where you got to put your energy and focus towards. That's how you will always remain happy as a man, because you're constantly trying to get to the next level, and it's just a never-ending cycle that hopefully you can achieve your level of greatness before you pass away.